Hey everyone, it's me, Merlin, here on a little trip in Tokyo, Japan, trying to check out the coolest keyboard store in the world, Yushakobo. Hey guys, it's me, Merlin, with something a little different this time around. Earlier this year, I got to visit Singapore and Japan, mainly for a family vacation. Whenever I go back to the Philippines, I don't get to see all my cousins, so this was my chance to see everyone who was out of the Philippines. But yeah, I did say earlier this year, forgive me, it takes me a long time to edit these videos, so bear with me. But anyway, Japan was so much fun for me. I ate a ton of food, I did the Harry Potter tour, took pictures with the Hachiko statue, and of course, visited Disneyland and Disney Sea. I even got to hang out with Vector, one of the original hosts of Zenclack. We ended up going to a hole-in-the-wall restaurant called Masaka, located at the basement of Parco in Shibuya. This turned out to be one of the best vegetarian restaurants I'd ever tried. I was a bit skeptical at first, but the food was so good. But yeah, enough about my vacation. Let's get back to keyboards and one of the highlights during my trip to Japan. Hey everyone, it's me, Merlin, here on a little trip in Tokyo, Japan, trying to check out the coolest keyboard store in the world, Yushakobo. So just gonna show you guys how to get there from the Okachi Machi station. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. Alright, so once you get off from Okachi, I don't know how to pronounce this correctly, but once you get out of Okachi Machi station, just make sure you get out of the south exit, and you'll know you're at the right location because there is a panda park nearby. So yeah, as long as you see the panda park, you're good to go, and all you have to do is walk down this straight path. So let's get to it. So once you get to this part, you know, basically just following the railway as you guys can see here. But once you get to this intersection, we take a right, and I think it should just be down that way. And we're here. Let's go inside and check this place out. If you haven't heard of Yushakobo before, they are the first physical keyboard store in Japan, and they've been operating since about 2018. They sell their own keyboard kits, which come in all shapes and sizes. To be honest, while I'm not a fan of these types of builds, it's very refreshing to see these non-conventional keyboards. I'm glad to see that there are some more accessible entry-level kits, such as the Zoom 75 and Tofu. Alright, so I've stepped outside just because it's kind of quiet in there, and I don't want to be the guy who's like speaking and trying to vlog and bothering all of the customers. There's actually like count like 6 or 7 customers in there, so don't want to bother them. But just wanted to say some of the things I really enjoyed is number 1, I saw an amazing switch tester. I think every meetup should implement this. This is so cool. You can press any switch and the monitor will tell you, or the computer will tell you exactly what it is you are pressing. So yeah, every meetup should have one of these, absolutely. There are 2 things that I did want to pick up. Number 1 was a Newfie Air 65, but it's out of stock, unfortunately. Another thing is this little trinket that accepts ISO keycap. I do have quite a few ISO keycaps from the numerous GMK sets that I've bought, but you know, this will finally give me a chance to utilize them. Won't be using it as an actual keyboard, but something maybe to just hang onto my bag or something. Something cool, something to remember, to commemorate my trip to Yushakobo here in Japan. And yeah, I really didn't do that. But if that Newfie board was available, I would have bought it right then and there. Like, I've been looking for a travel board for the longest time. I do have travel boards at home. It's mainly these 2 boards. The first one is a Zenclack S60 shell using cherry silent stamps in a Zelio housing with cherry tops and DSA granite keycaps. The second one is the relatively new Bakaneko Go with Haimu pastel peach switches and topped with nice PBT R&R. The thing about these 2 boards is that even though they are 60% and relatively compact, they are not lightweight or compact enough for my personal needs whenever I'm traveling. So I ended up being conservative in my purchases here. I actually only bought like a keychain and, to be practical, 2 sets of stabilizers. Tech C stabilizers, which I've never seen before. So we'll see how these stack in the next couple of builds that we have back home in Seattle. So it is starting to snow here, as you guys can see. Well, hopefully you guys can see it. It is kind of light, but I don't know how heavy the snow gets here. So I'm gonna get going, maybe grab something warm to eat and head back to my hotel. Alright guys, catch you in a bit. So I guess I'll end this video on food, my next passion after keyboards. It did actually get worse, so I ducked into a nearby restaurant called Egg Baby to wait it out. The restaurant had a good selection of items in English. So I was ecstatic and got myself a nice beer, a pasta dish, some coffee, and I think this was a deconstructed cheesecake. Overall, very good experience. If you guys are in that area, make sure you check out Egg Baby. Once again, my name is Merlin, and if you like what you saw here, make sure you like and subscribe. Alright guys, see you next time. Oh, hi, you came in at the end of the video.